¿Qué pasa to the pack? It is Pack here, and in this video, there's actually more players that were updated in NBA 2K21. Whether it had been their hair or their face scans itself, there were 20 players that I found a list of that were updated, and I'm excited to show you guys because it's always good when they update these players and make them look as realistic as possible. But before this video starts, though, be an OG, join the pack, and subscribe. Let's get to 300,000 subscribers. We're really trying to make this channel grow. Okay, so the first player is at number 1, but it's completely honorable mention, and that is Dennis Schroeder. It said that he was updated. I see no update with Dennis Schroeder at all, so I'm just mentioning him, but I really don't see a difference to him in my opinion at all, but maybe you guys see something that I don't. At number 2, it is Jalen Brunson. On the left is the old, on the right is the new. You can tell they got a new hairstyle, and they trimmed his beard up as well, and he even got slightly updated face scan. Overall, just a slightly better version of his old self, but definitely looks about right to me. At number 3 is Bruno Caboclo. Now, Bruno, his hair is basically the obvious update, and his skin tone was changed a little bit, but besides that, it's basically him. The eyebrow got a little, like, you know when you get in a fight and someone hits you in the face and you get that scar? That's what he has on his face. Next up is Cedi or Jedi Osman. I'm never sure which one it is. On the left, they made him look like an alien. It's completely wrong. But on the right, a much better updated version. And they gave him a little bit of facial hair, but the hair stays exactly the same. But that looks a lot better for Osman. At number 5 is a player that is never used, Rockets' only center, Tyson Chandler. So first things first is that they updated his beard to be a little longer and the skin tone to be a little darker. Besides that, though, I don't really see much. He just looks a little older, but besides that, he looks basically the same to me. But he did get updated. It's just they didn't really change much, did they? At number 6 on this list, it is Courtney Lee, another player that really doesn't get to play that much, but he does play for the Mavericks and used to be on the Knicks. That's why I know him so well. His beard hair got trimmed up. He did get a brand new face scan, and his hair got a major haircut. Besides that, though, obviously not too many changes, but definitely looks like a little more improved version of Courtney Lee. In my opinion, though, the left looks a little more realistic. Up next is Delon Wright. Now, Delon Wright plays for the Dallas Mavericks, is a great bench point guard for the team. So, a couple weird changes. First, they fixed the beard hair, and they also give him a longer hair on top of his head. But they changed the eye color from a hazel to like a dark brown, which is weird because he does have hazel eyes. So, it's kind of weird they decided to change that. But still, they changed it. Up next is Dante Exum. Now they give him a little bit of more facial hair. They kind of fix his cheekbones to not look as weird, change his skin color, and also give him a little bit longer hair on the top of his head, making him look a little more realistic because at the left, it really does not look like him at all. At number 9, it is Derek Favors. Derek Favors returned to the channel. First of all, they changed completely everything about Derek Favors. First of all, the face scan is different. The head shape on the top of his head is more like oval shaped than rounded, so that's been changed. The hairstyle is not as straight or clean anymore. The beard is barely changed, but on the mustache it's changed a little bit more, and the skin tone is changed a lot as well. So a lot of changes for Derek Favors. Up next is Josh Hart. We're talking minor changes for Josh Hart. First of all, the neck is a little longer, his skin tone's a little lighter, and then on top of that, the beard on the mustache is changed a little bit. And then the face scan itself from the eyes around that part is also a little different. Looks like a little smaller head. And the hair on the top of his head is just a little shorter. Up next, we're staying on the Pelicans with Jackson Hayes. A player that I'm surprised decided to update because, in my opinion, it looks pretty accurate to me. They gave him a little bit of facial hair on his chin, like just barely. Not only that, his skin tone is a lot lighter now, which I disagree with because he was about right on the left, and his hair's put up a little bit more. Up next, we have Jeremy Grant, who was low-key a really good player for the Denver Nuggets this season. As you can tell, they gave him some braids compared to he had like a wannabe mohawk on the left. I'm not really sure what that was on the left, but on the right, gave him beard and also a little bit of braids and a headband, and that's really it for him. Up next, Joakim Noah. Joakim Noah now has much longer beard hair. He has also much longer and kind of raggedy hair on the top of his head. And besides that, not really else changed. They didn't change his face scan at all. It really is just the hair for Joakim Noah, but that is how he has it now, and I'm glad they updated him. Even players that don't play that much, I'm glad they're updating everybody, right? Now we have Juan Hernan Gomez. So there's some obvious changes with the hairstyle, now cut, beard a lot longer, skin color a lot darker. But the most important thing is the tattoos. My guy got basically like a tribal tattoo all across his like chest and on the left arm. They added that as well, so that's cool. They're adding tattoos as well. Up next we have Jahlil Okafor. Now both of them look pretty rough. I feel like Jahlil Okafor doesn't look that odd, and on both of them they made him look a little weird, but at least they updated his hair on the top of his head, gave him some dreads, and I'm cool with that. At number 16, we have Mason Plumlee, and I don't know how I feel about this one. I feel like he doesn't look like a Mason Plumlee in either of these photos. On the left, I'd argue looks a little more accurate than on the right. The right really looks messed up. I don't like the right one at all. At number 17, it is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the bigger names on this list that was surprised updated, but it shouldn't be surprising because he's so good. Some more facial hair, a little longer. His hair given more of an afro kind of feel. And they gave him the headband that he'd been rocking basically the whole season. So it's awesome to see that they're updating him, and they changed his skin color just a little bit, just making him look as accurate as they possibly can for Shai. Up next, we have Ben McLemore. I don't know what they changed. He looks exactly the same to me. I'm just kidding. Obviously, they changed the hair, the beard, and the neck tattoos. They gave him neck tattoos that I didn't even know he had. And the fact that they added that is awesome to see because 2K is paying attention to detail. It's awesome. At number 19 is Justice Winslow. Now, this is a huge change left to right. Obviously, the hair was spiky. Now it's like dreads and braids. He also has kind of like the Andrew Wiggins beard that they kind of messed up. It doesn't look like a real beard. It looks like they just markered it on his face. It looks completely wrong. I don't know what they did here. It looks messed up. So that doesn't look like a real beard at all, and they need to update that because that's terrible. And then finally at number 21 is Duncan Robinson. I think this one looks pretty bad. I think the one on the left looks a lot more like Duncan Robinson than the one on the right, so I think this is a terrible update. I think they made him look worse, which is rare when they update a player, make him look worse, but this is definitely one of those situations. That does not look great at all. These are the players that were updated. They updated a lot, and there's even more that they're updated that I need to make another video about because there was a ton, but these are the 20 players I thought were pretty important that they updated. What do you guys think about these updates? Which players got updated correctly and better, and then which players got worse, and which ones are they missing? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like this channel, please give it a sub and support the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. If you want all the latest news of NBA 2K and also NBA in general, you should follow me on my Twitter account at PackHoopsYT. Not only that, I do giveaways all the time when it comes to VC, games, and also even consoles, so check it out, follow me, and see you there.